There were moments of sadness.
It was terrifying. It was frightening. It's as if the storm would never stop.
I was traumatized. I was truly traumatized and I was depressed.
Having experienced firsthand the devastation.
Roofs, cars, a number of damages were done to them.
So they were all retracted into the container for the storm. Yes. The storm flipped the containers, both of them. Yeah. So,
well, the roads were treacherous.
Well, I get a whole heap of responsibility. That's what I get.
When the tides were so high and strong, you gave me shelter from the rain. On an open and raging sea, you rescued me. Placed a firm ground beneath my feet, helped me to stand firm when I was weak. All the tears that I cried in pain was meant to be.
I am from Aberdeen High School. I'm Kendra Freckleton, the teacher representative for JTA.
All right, tell us about your experience in Hurricane Melissa.
All right, so my experience is nothing compared to the impact we have seen other teachers experienced. So for my school, teachers lost roofs, cars, a number of damages were done to their personnel. And
so how do you feel about what you've seen so far?
I was traumatized. I was truly traumatized and I was depressed. At one point, I had to get up and come down to St. Elizabeth and start assisting.
Okay, and in terms of what the JTA is doing for the teachers, what's your impression of that?
I think it is a very good initiative. Thank you guys for what you're doing. Even the timing with the products that you come to supply teachers with, I think is perfect timing. Because when you came with the first set of packages, the timing for the second just replenishes what they had, they wanted now.
And yes, go ahead.
I also realized that there are further initiatives that are taken on by JTA with the building supplies. Perfect initiative, because while we're thinking about food, we must understand that persons want shelter, and JTA is going all out to assist us in that regards.
And I'm happy you've said assist, because we can't do the entire repair of a roof.
And we understand.
But we can assist the teacher.
Yes, we understand that. Even the initiative that with the 34 million being distributed, perfect initiative. I know that it can't do as much, but we are grateful and we want you to continue on this path to build the teachers as we go along. Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about the schools and how they're bouncing back after hurricane.
All right, so I must pause to say thank you to Paul Bogle High School from St. Thomas. We got perfect assistance from them. They came on board to assist us to clean up and to prepare for readmission of students. The schools are bouncing back because we see that JTA is behind us as teachers too, building us and hoping for us to launch out to help the students who were also affected.
I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, tell me, what's your name, please?
My name is Jacqueline Brown from Magotty High School, St. Elizabeth.
Right, and what was your experience in Hurricane
Oh, it was terrifying. It was frightening. It's as if the storm would never stop. My roof went, the garage door went, the wall of the garage collapsed and smashed my back windscreen. The church building totally went. We had to literally relocate, and I had to run for survival. And I'm giving God thanks to be alive. We prayed. Wonderful. It was very frightening.
And how do you feel about today's activity?
Oh, I think this is such a precious thing that the JTA has taken the time out to visit members. Mentally, it has done a lot for them. And just to think that you have been so thoughtful, just putting the packages together, then traveling so far, all the way to St. Elizabeth, we are grateful. May God continue to bless this great organization, and you go from strength to strength.
Oh God, me island cry, but we still rise, Jamaica strong. Melissa came, no friend found. She tear down the place, mash up we wall. But still we there, still we stand tall. Cause love never dead, it conquer all. Mama pray, the picnic them all tight. Darkness come, but we find the light. From the countryside to Kingston, we sing it loud. Jamaica strong, we rise again. From the flood, from the pain. One love, one blood, one name. We rebuild again, we no shame. Jamaica strong, my people brave. Every tear become a wave. We pray, we heal, we move as one. Cause God and love bring back the sun. Neighbor to neighbor, we lend we hand. Help the youth, them fi understand. We can't survive if we no unite. All together and us bring the light. We send prayers from foreign to yard. We are one world, one heart, one God. From Montego Bay to Portland Sound, we rise again. We are God bless grown Jamaica strong. We rise again. From the flood, from the pain. One love, one heart, one flame. We build again, we call your name. Jamaica strong, we never gone. We live through the night till it bright new dawn. We pray, we heal, we move as one. Jamaica strong. Father guide we through the storm. Keep the people safe and warm. Bless the island where we born. Hold we close till new life dawn.
As said before, I want to welcome Team JTA to Akampong Primary and Infant School. So, the President was asking about the January 6th celebration. So, what happened? It normally starts at about 8 around by the kinder tree. Now, this is where Kojo normally meet with his men to formulate strategies how to defeat the British at that time. So, it normally begins with traditional singing, dancing, and then they will go down to the area which is known as Old Town to carry out maroon rituals. At that time, only people who are maroon can go to that section of the community. Okay. Yes, but the general public can go to the kinder area. Okay. So at about 1 o'clock in the day, they will have a march from the kinder tree down to the stone square and back to the parade ground for the civic function. The parade ground is where we are currently at now, where the school is located. Yeah. This is where the soldiers used to train, and we used to have, well, we have an area to my right where they normally try cases. Yes, so they normally try cases in this area, which is known as the parade ground.
All right, hold on. All right, yes. Hold on, let him position himself.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are actually at the parade ground. No, so the parade ground is a site where the Maroons that were charged with any offense that they were tried here, and it depends on what they were charged for. Then they would be either asked to pay a fine or to receive lashes from the Cat 09 at that time. All right, so it's a very important location, as I said, where the soldiers used to train, and it used to be very high. And as you know, that the Maroon, the main form of communication is the Abeng. Yes, so they were able to stay in the trees, this high elevation, and were able to spot the British in their bright red suit coming up. And I'm sure you've heard about ambush, whereby the Maroons, they were able to outsmart the superpower, royal superpower at that time, the British. Yes, so they're able to outsmart them by ambushing themselves, disguising themselves in leaves. So when they stood amongst the trees, the British thought they were passing trees, which in fact they were actually passing Maroon warriors. All right, so we are in a very historical place. It has been lowered now in order to put up the school and also the playing field. All right, so this is where we are now.
Tell me about that over there.
When Chief Curry come, but however, what we have there is a solar system, and it is able to also generate water.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So. Yes. So we have a solar plant there. When Chief Curry come, he will explain more about it. All right.
What about the
yes.
institution? How old is the school?
It was built in 1968. So currently we have 100 students enrolled. We have 12 members of the academic staff. So the school is an offsite merger, primary and the infant department. So we are at the primary department now. The infant department is a few trained on the road.
What about your staff? Do they live in the area like yourself or anybody like that? Or how does it work?
Not all of his staff. Yes, but we have teachers living as far as Goshen, Santa Cruz, and Balaclava, Thornton. And guess what? They're here early every day. They're here early every day because we have arrangement with a taxi to drop them off and pick them up, and some of them drive to school too. So, yes.
So tell us about the damage now.
The damage, the complete structure was extensively damaged. We lost the roof at the primary department and also at the infant department. As a matter of fact, about 80% of the building in a compound are roofless based on the hurricane. Farming, devastating. All right, so we are currently in the rebuilding stage. As you can see, if you look around, it's a lot of tarpaulin and the hoses. All right, so we're basically in the rebuilding stage at the moment. All right.
That is the chief?
Yes, the chief has arrived. Yes, we're in the rebuilding stage.
All right, so the staff I got from one of my very close friend who is also a Maroon, and she's been doing some work here with us. She's the one who covered back the school for us, right? Carol Picard. So she took this from Africa. It was made by pygmies, so there are never two staffs that look the same. Everyone is unique, and it's normally carried around by the chief of the community. Some of them are actually weapons, so I'm not going to frighten no. But we have to be protected at times, but it's also a symbol of leadership. And this I got from the Maroons of Suriname, Samaracas, right? They came here and visited a couple of years ago. So this piece of fabric particularly is worn by the women, but the men also, do wear similar type of garb. These are from Africa. This was from another friend of mine who took it from North America, and it came from the Choctaw Nation, indigenous peoples in the United States, and it's a bear claw, which is symbolic of leadership. So there's a bear and there's a claw, right? But it has meaning. Everything in it bears a specific meaning, carries a specific meaning. But it was handcrafted and delivered to me.
As a chief, what do you get when you take over the reins?
Well, I get a whole heap of responsibility. That's what I get. But in taking over the reins, it's really the responsibility and, of course, upholding certain principles based on our ancestry, right? Who we are as a people. The history is a little different as you go across Jamaica, but where the Maroons are considered, the legacy that we share is a little bit different, and particularly upholding and maintaining those principles is the prime thing that you are handed with as a chief. In most traditional communities or indigenous communities, there's a stool, right, that is symbolic of the leadership, and the crown that's really governs the space, and we do have a representation of that, but for the most part the Maroons' spirit, right, our culture and our way of life has been the way of preserving who we are. Yes.
Now we have a piece of equipment set up over that side. Tell us about that.
All right, so we have what is known as the atmospheric water generator, right? What it does, it literally harnesses water from the atmosphere. It is connected to a solar system that gives it a full 24-hour cycle of operation. The excess capacity from the solar system is used to power the school, and we had intended to power the other shelter, which was the museum and the community center, but that was totally destroyed as well. So the essence is there's some amount of water sustainability and power sustainability that even after the storm we still were able to connect our devices, charge our devices.
Oh, so this was what I saw on IG with you guys.
Right,
oh, okay.
right. So they were all retracted into the container for the storm.
Yes.
The storm flipped the containers, both of them.
Yeah.
So we had to use some engineering skills and figure out how to get them back up. And we pulled them out. So there are a few minor damages on some of the panels, and the unit itself got I guess it was shaken up. Right. Some of the copper coils were broken, but we had those fixed. So it's back up and running right now. Not currently connected because we're getting a catchment system installed. So the water that's harnessed, once it reaches a certain level within the system, it shuts off.
Okay.
Because the system can only store so much. So we actually need separate catchment now to constantly be pulling the water through. So it generates about 350 gallons a day.
And that can serve this community?
Correct. So clean drinking water.
Okay.
The idea is to provide each household 5 gallons. Sorry, with a 5 gallon jug that they come and replenish whenever
they want.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's good that we have it here for the sake of it being a part of the learning process, because the technology is very unique in a sense, and the exposure that we as a compound gain from it, something that we want to use to channel the children, because the persons who are the manufacturers of this equipment have committed to training persons on the technology and giving them that exposure. So as more of these machines roll out across the region, we'll have persons who are quite I'd say adapted to the technology and can provide the maintenance services that is required. So we'd love to see how we continue that sort of trend, that we bring things to this community that can also enhance the opportunities for growth and development of our youngsters.
Chief Curry, thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, and so we're going to
basically just here.
Yeah, man. Yes.
And we came with some care packages just to give to them.
I appreciate that.
We'll also leave a couple with you.
Appreciate
so
that.
You can perhaps give to other persons in the community that may
of course.
be in dire need.
Of course.
So we're just going to do that.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
If I never forget to hold your hand. No, we can feel like forever we've been struggling. Your love is our strength. Together we're resilient. No man can feel a woman's pain. I'll be here with you always.
All right. It has been a long day, as you are aware, because you have been with us for the entire day. But it is a rewarding day, having gone around the South Central region. As you say, it comprises Manchester, Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth. And just to bring hope and joy, and a little token to say to the members in this region that we remember you, we care about you, and we are confident that together we will recover. As I traversed the region, though, there were moments of sadness, having experienced firsthand the devastation in many of our schools and many of the homes of our teachers. From our sojourn across the region, we can report that a number of our teachers have been displaced. Many of them have migrated from their regular residence to seek dwelling elsewhere because their homes have been totally devastated by the hurricane. Teachers are at school in many of the instances performing their yeoman's task, but at home the situation is not very comfortable, and I think for that we need to salute our teachers. What we saw for sure, though, is that our teachers, many of them, are in need of help. Many of them are in need of a comfortable place to go, and so I'm glad that as an association, the JTA has seen it fit to assist, though not totally, but as much as we were able to.
Fortunate for us, the tour took us to as far as a compound.
A compound, yes.
Wow, describe that journey.
Well, the roads were treacherous, Lord, winding, hilly, and in many places the roads were bad, the potholes were big. But as a union, we were determined today, Mr. Nash, that no matter what happened, we were going to seek out and we were going to find our members, our friends, our colleagues in the nooks and the crannies of the different villages in the South Central region. When we got to a compound, though, it was very rewarding. Yes, we did not miss the devastation, but just to learn about the history of the Maroons and to meet the chief himself and the principal of the school and to see all the efforts they've been making to help themselves to recover, it was rewarding.
Indeed. I want to thank you so much for the time, and we look forward to other times speaking with the RO.
Other times speaking with the RO, but not another Melissa. Thank you, Mr. Nash.
Mr. President, the Jamaica Teachers Association, led by yourself, went across the island for a couple of weeks now, but today, where did we go?
So, thank you, Mr. Nash. So today we journeyed from 97B Church Street. We went into St. Elizabeth. We went into Middle Quarters, to be exact. Then we left from Middle Quarters and we went up into the Magati district, Balaclava DA. We visited a compound as well, and we delivered a number of care packages in those areas. We touched virtually every school in those areas, so to speak. The packages were well received by the members. They were very much appreciative of it, and I think there is some measure of renewed hope in the JTA.
The journey on Tuesday was also historic.
Yes.
It took us into some places that we would never have been before.
Well, I have never been in some of those areas, to be honest with you. Yeah, as we went up to no, not a compound. Today we went to a compound. But on Thursday, I believe it was, we journeyed into the hills of Manchester, going over into St. Anne, going over into Trelawney. We visited a number of schools in those areas as well. Again, the packages were well received. It was a journey, it was an experience, it was a joy to interact with the members. They were appreciative in seeing the leadership of the Jamaica Teachers Association out there on the ground with them. And I think it was a good look for the JTA. I think it was it is part of it's part and parcel of what we do as an association. We are a members-driven organization, and we are servants of those members.
And where do we go from here?
So where we go from here, we are looking to taper off this component of the disaster relief response, and we are moving into the other component, which has to do with providing more tangible support to the members. So there are a number of applications that are beginning to come in. I'm looking at a pile now on Georgia's desk. So there is an assessment process that these application forms will have to go through before it comes up to the National Disaster Relief Oversight Committee. Then we will do a final assessment and approve or not approve the application.
So are we taking any more of the applications up to what point?
We are looking to put a hard deadline in very short order. We are looking at the end of this week, but we will do some internal assessment before we give that directive. NROC is
at the end of this week, you're talking about up to the 6th of the 5th of December.
Yeah, so we are looking at that. That is a potential deadline for us. We are going to have that discussion with NROC really to determine a hard deadline. So what I would do, and I would encourage the members to ensure that their application gets into the office, the respective regional offices by no later than Friday, just to be safe. Yeah, then it goes through a process before it comes up to NROC, and then we treat with that. Incidentally, the other component of National Disaster Relief Oversight Committee and our response has to do with providing psychosocial support to our members. We are partnering with our international partners to get that done. In addition to that, there are other things that are coming in terms of relief that we intend to tap into in very short order as well. We also will be launching our international campaign for donations. We will be launching a platform. Yeah. In short order. You would have been a part of those meetings, a part of those discussions, and we're excited about that. There's a target that we have in mind, and we are hoping that through these initiatives we will garner the support that we need to reach our target.
I'm sure you will provide more details on these as we move forward.
Certainly, but I can't speak too much on them because they are still in the making. They are still in the pipeline, so to speak. But as the tap turns on and the water starts to flow, the members will be updated.
Finally, Mr. President, is it not time to move away from providing food items, packages, etc., and moving to another level as it relates to the country and particularly education?
I have done extensive research in terms of crisis leadership and crisis management. And there are essentially 4 components of crisis leadership. What you do before the crisis, what you do during the crisis, what happens immediately after the crisis, and recovery. We are in the immediately after component, but there's going to come a point in time where we are now going to have to transition to recovery. We are getting very close to that. So because the more as the days go by, there are areas that were once marooned that have now been opened up. So access to food items have become less critical at this stage. We have responded to our members, to provide that, and we are looking now to transition to see how best we can support them in recovery. And that is where we need to go. We maintain, though, that there is a need for continued psychosocial support. We do have our counselors on demand. We are looking to also, provide that psychosocial support sessions with partnering with our international partners. They are now putting together a program, a very robust program to facilitate this, our international partners. And we are looking forward to that collaboration.
All right, I want to thank you so much, sir, for joining us once again. And as we move to the next levels, I'm sure that you'd want to urge corporate Jamaica to continue to support the rebuilding of Jamaica.
Certainly. It's a all hands on deck approach that we are going to have to take. We are all in this together. The reality is that this component of the disaster relief, it brought all parties together. There was the logistic component, there was the procurement component, there was the delivery, there was the working out of the route, all of that. It was truly a collaborative approach. There was the packaging and the packing out and the moving. I want to say a big thank you to all the teachers, every single teacher who left their schools immediately after dismissal and came to 97 B Church Street and helped with the packaging of these items. It was truly a collaborative effort. I mean, teachers came and asked, what can we do? How can we help? And I was touched by that because it has been overwhelming.
And the schools that have given you transportation.
And I must say a big thank you to several of those schools that have provided transportations. A big thank you to Excelsior Community College, a big thank you to Shortwood. Mr. Ransel Brooks, principal of Norman Manley, thank you, sir. Spanish Town Primary. They really just jumped out at short notice. And then there is Shortwood, Teachers College, they really came out and they really provided that level of support, and I am truly grateful for that. And it speaks volume about what we can do when we unite in order to serve.
I put the family first. For better, for worse. Who Jaja bless, let no man curse. I put the family first. Though sometimes it hurts. So glad we're together here on earth. Well, mess up me uncle. Never know you was a lion in the jungle. You're looking so wise and humble. Never forget your advice and counsel. No, Mark Stacy. Love how you taking care of your baby. That's just the way you're win and I need to raise with. Look how long you tell them that we gon' make it, yeah. And still we pray. Let nothing stand in our way. Oh, just shine your light on us. Nothing can break or trust. As I put the family first. For better, for worse. Who Jaja bless, let no man curse. I put the family first. Though sometimes it hurts. So glad here on earth. So glad I put my family first. Yes. For better, for worse. Who Jaja bless, let no man curse. I put my family first. Though sometimes it hurts. So glad I put my family first. Though sometimes it hurts. I put my family